Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Oyinka Solajinodu. Welcome to Dr. OJ Speaks. If this is your first time here, welcome. I truly appreciate you tuning in today. Please make sure before you leave, you subscribe and you post your notification button so when we post our videos every week, you will be the first to know. Today's show is about King of My Gifts. Once again, the book and the workbook. This book is dropping February 6th, and we are going to be having, or we have been having, several pre-launch conversations with different people who have contributed to this project or a part of my personal circle. Today's guest is Pastor Darolyn Brock, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a female entrepreneur, an author, a publisher. She is a lot of things, but guess what? She is an amazing, phenomenal individual who knows a lot about purpose and living purposefully with your life every single day. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Today's episode is sponsored by HD Pro Global Beauty Institute and Body Med Spa. HD Pro Global Beauty Institute offers trainings and certifications in body sculpting, laser teeth whitening, post-op lymphatic drainage massage, permanent makeup, and professional makeup artistry. They also offer an array of services in all of these critical med spa beauty areas. So check them out, hdproglobal.com, and don't forget, you need to come back and thank us because they are the absolute best. Stay tuned as I bring my guest in. All right, welcome, Mama D. That's what I call you, but everyone else calls you Pastor D. Pastor Darolyn Brooks. Thank you so much for joining me today on Dr. OJ Speaks in this wonderful January. So did I tell you I wrote a book, another book? And I am so excited. So this is such a full circle moment. Pastor Darolyn actually was the very first person who got used to push me into becoming an author. I mean, I had been writing stuff and putting things down in a manuscript. And one day we came together. We had come together, but on this other day where we came together, and then she was talking about publishing and she was trying to get started publishing. And I was like, I actually have a manuscript. Do you mind taking a look at it? She was like, yeah, sure. And guess what? She went ahead and published my very first book, which is Living Beyond the Norms, that I republished last year. So you definitely have a lot of history with me, and you have played a very significant role in a lot of parts of my life. So I truly appreciate you being on the show today and also being a part of this wonderful project, King of My Gifts. Your camera went up.
There was a caller trying to call me. I should go ahead. I'm sorry. I should put on.
That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, we're going to just keep going. So King of My Gifts, I am really excited about that. Now, we're going to jump right into the conversation. Pastor D, please introduce yourself. You wear a lot of hats, and I don't really think I have done justice introducing you, the you that everyone is supposed to know.
Okay. Well, first of all, I am again Pastor D to some. I'm Ms. Brock to some. I am co-pastor D to some. So basically, I am really, my heart and my passion is for women. So up close and personal is what, that's my passion. And that is allowing women to discover and identify what their purpose is and going toward it for the talents that God has given them. I am a publisher and I am also an author. I recently started my own company of The Beauty Out Vegan Cosmetics. And recently after that, I went ahead and I went further and opened another company, which is The Beauty all vegan handbags. So basically, those two companies are what I represent, and I represent them so that in my community, I can hire our people. I can hire people, women. I can hire in our community so that we can make a difference. So basically, that's what I do. I am a pastor's wife. So in those hats, that's what I wear.
That is wonderful. And I am definitely a part of all of those hearts for the most part. In fact, even as the pastor's wife, your husband is an amazing, amazing mentor for me. I really love and appreciate you guys. So let's jump right into this conversation. I'm really excited. King of My Gifts is coming out February 6th, 2021. And that day is extra special for me because I am hitting another milestone. I will be turning 40 on that day. So we are going to be celebrating the launch of this amazing project and celebrating 40 years on earth. And I just thought, what better way to do that than to honor God by doing something that would help a lot of people. So not only is the book ready, we also created a workbook as well. So this workbook is supposed to take the book a step further to helping other people walk through their individual journey to discovering what their purpose is. Now, my conversation with you today, Pastor D, is going to focus on women because you have a heart for helping women with up close and personal. And you've also read my book and you can give a little bit of an insight. But several other guests have come and talked about the book. But I want you to talk about how you and I can see women prospering in their purpose. Because unlike you and I wearing so many hats, a lot of women have some type of apprehension to stepping out and doing all that God has called them to do. Once they get that portion of wife, mother, maybe a job or a business, they tend to stop short in that area. So how do you think women need to begin to see a little bit of a different dynamic in their projection of their purpose in life beyond all those three major areas that we're familiar with?
I think it's the static quote because that's what we've seen. That's the role model that has been identified and we've seen it. Now we've got a legacy of people that are coming forth and saying there is more. So you can actually be a wife, a mother, you can be a grandmother, you can have a career, and you can also be an entrepreneur. You can own your own companies. It all has a lot to do with where did you see somebody do it? And since you didn't see somebody do it, you didn't know that you could do it. You have the gifts, you have the talents, you went to school, got major degrees, and then you went into corporate America, which that is wonderful. I retired from corporate America and it's great. But even with corporate America, there are corporations inside of women that have never, ever tapped into the gifts. These are natural gifts. They were not trained for this. They are naturally talented in these gifts because God gave them to them. So finding out how do they do it is what the challenge is. And you have to just step out. You have to find the time in between what you're already doing. Find a mentor, find a life coach that is actually doing it or close to what you want to do and model after. When I say model after, I'm not necessarily saying copy, but what I'm saying is how do they pull it together so that they can understand that Proverbs 31 woman, Dr. O, I don't know, we some kind of way, they taught that, they skipped over the thing where she didn't go ask her husband for no money to buy that field.
Thank you. I mean, when people talk about Proverbs, when people talk about the Proverbs 31 woman, I think they only focus on the virtue of purity and, non-promiscuity. So they focus on those areas and they forget that the Proverbs 31 woman is God's picture of woman from beginning to end. That means your responsibility to yourself, to your family, to your children, and to the world, building several enterprises that can help your family and the community flourish. So that is an amazing outlook, and I really appreciate it. We are going to take a quick break and a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. an amazing insight. Proverbs 31 woman, definitely. So the goal for writing this book is to help everyone, really, not particularly women, but just anybody who is living and breathing in the times that we're living in today. I think it's very critical for each person to begin to understand that they have a unique purpose. That means there is a particular blueprint that God has mapped into each of our souls that we're supposed to come to this earth to fulfill. And I am so glad you are one of the people that pushes me every day into doing the things that even I did not know that I could do, and I was not able to do by myself. So thank you for that. I truly appreciate you. So now let's talk about up close and personal for women and King of My Gifts. These are two parallel, I'm trying to draw a parallel between this particular project and your ministry. Women coming through there, and you are pushing them to do things that God has for them. How can you really help them do a little bit more by digging deep? You know, you focus on the spiritual aspect, but what other aspects do you incorporate into up close and personal that we can say, looking at King of My Gifts, that we can find a parallel with them?
Okay. Well, I actually went to training, went to school, and I got certified for spiritual life coach. Years later, maybe 9 years later, I had to go back to school as a life coach. There are two different things. Life coaching, it actually deals with the natural aspect. Mentorship, spiritual mentor, it deals with the spirit. So both of those have to come together, but everybody is not ready for the spiritual piece, and it's okay. They don't know that, and I'm good with that. So naturally speaking, people are you're built with gifts. You don't have to know they came from God. There's things that you can naturally do, whether it's hair or nails or organizational skills or speaking or helping. So those are things and talents that are already theirs. So when you come into like an event with life, let me see, up close and personal, it's very intimate. That's where we get down to who you really are. You know, your pain points, you know, stuff like that, the things you've been through, the hurt, the pain, and all of that. Now, how do you go forward? And then I try to push you forward into purpose, into what God has for you. So naturally speaking, everybody can do something, everybody, but it's how do I do it?
Exactly. And I love the way that you connect the spiritual to the circular, like let's say mainstream, because one of the things that I was very intentional about this book is my faith is a big part of who I am. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, come on, I am not perfect. I am a work in progress like everyone else. But one thing that I am extremely grateful for is the fact that I have walked my journey to a certain point where I have actually identified my purpose for this season, not for the entire portion of my life. And I need people to understand that purpose is transcendent. As you remain faithful, like Pastor D has remained faithful, she started the spiritual life coach, and then you went back and became an actual life coach so that you could merge mainstream and spiritual, because people need to understand that both are critically important. No matter what faith you confess or you choose to say that you belong to, your spirituality is a critical part of fulfilling your purpose on this earth. And I say that unapologetically. So thank you so much for doing that. And I'm looking forward to hopefully working with some of your ladies and seeing how they can benefit from this workbook as well. If this is something that you can incorporate into up close and personal, let's help a lot of women figure out what their gifts are, what their abilities are, their innate abilities. They work through this on their own or with us, and they can get to another dimension of whatever their purpose is for this season. And then when they enter into another season, they can continue on that journey. Because like I said, purpose is transcendent. It's not unique to the entire lifetime that you are here. All right, Pastor D, you have done some wonderful things. And I see that purse in the background. Please, can you show us this beautiful purse that you have? Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Look at the, I can see it, D. Yeah, Darolyn Brock. Look at that. Look at that. She is an entrepreneur. She is a mother. She is a grandmother. She is a wife. She is a pastor. Oh my goodness. She is an author, a publisher. So wait, what's your excuse? Like, really? Who's going to sit here and say she has an excuse not to be all that God has called her to be, or him? So let's know, how can we get that purse? Dear Beauty, all vegan, purses. How can we get our hands on one of those?
You can actually go to my website, which is thebeautyoutvegantx.com. Again, that's thebeautyoutvegantx.com. Dr. O has been so gracious to invite me on her broadcast, and I've only released where else you can get it only one time, and that was New Year's Eve. So I'll go ahead and I'll tell them on this broadcast. You can also get my brand on Amazon.
Oh, it's on Amazon. Amazing. So you don't have an excuse. So we're definitely, please send me
Mhm.
the Amazon link, because then I can actually get mine real quick, because I love that side satchel purse thing. And I like
Mhm.
the fact that it's plain, and then the straps. My eyes are focused on the strap. Like it's like snakeskin design. Oh my God. Yes. Nothing more than classy, nothing less. I would never expect anything less from you, Pastor D.
Thank you.
You have done amazing. Congratulations on that brand.
Thank
And I really wish you all the success. So how can we connect to you? Just getting into your life coaching or your spiritual coaching program. I mean, do you have a course? Do you have a master class? I know you do the up close and personal events, and those are great. Is that the only thing that you're focusing on right now?
No, actually, right now, we have what is called CEO Mindset. And that is a group of CEOs that we connect, and we actually meet once a week on Zoom because of now. We meet, and what we're doing, we challenge each other to go further. They're not striving to get somewhere, they're there. When I say that they're there, they're walking in success financially, spiritually, naturally. And so we've come together so that we can create a brunch, which is going to be the first weekend of March. And we're actually, it's going to be invite only. We're only going to invite people that, that you want to go further than where you are. So that mindset helps us. We're going to give y'all everything that we have from how we started to investing, how we invest, all of that. And that's what we do. Everybody that is a part of this, that's what we live. That's what we do. My piece is a part of investing, which a lot of people don't know. I've been an investor since about 2000. I want to say maybe 2006. I've been an investor. So, and everybody's not ready for everything. So there's so many facets, like you were talking about in your journey. There's different seasons and different purposes. Each season in your life, you don't have just one purpose.
Mm-hmm.
God will take you from doing this to this to this to this to this. So when you meet people, everybody's not ready for investing. So I don't open myself up for investing.
Yeah.
Everybody's not open for publishing. So I don't open myself up for publishing. So you have to know the circle that God is putting you in and what he wants you to do. But I am going to open it up for invitation only. So that's what we're really and truly working on. And most people that come to that, they're going to be amazed. They're going to be amazed. As for my ladies up close and personal, right now what we're doing is we're opening up for February, where it's going to be the fourth Saturday, because it used to be one Saturday a month.
Yeah.
So we hadn't been doing that much since COVID-19. Maybe 3 we've done, but it's the fourth Saturday of every month, and we're doing those on live. They can get it on Facebook.
Yay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, guys, Pastor D is only just getting started, and I am excited. Looking forward to being a part of all of these things that you have coming up, because for me, growth is progressional. And
Yeah.
for me to continue to thrive in whatever it is I'm doing, I always want to connect vertically. And that is connecting to people who are going ahead of me, so that way they can pull me and get me to the next level. Thank you so much, Pastor D, for taking the time. By the way, did I tell you you look so beautiful? Did I tell
So
you you look amazing? First Lady, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you today on Dr. OJ Speaks. Until next time, make sure you keep living in purpose. I appreciate you. Bye. Thank you guys so much for today's show. Wasn't that conversation amazing? Don't you guys just love Pastor D? Make sure you go check her out on Amazon. D Beauty All Vegan. Purchase her purses, her makeup, her cosmetics, all of the things that she offers, top notch. But let me ask you this. Do you know what your purpose is in life? Are you still wondering where you belong in the grand scheme of things on this big ball we call Earth? If you're still having those nudging questions, you need to definitely purchase this book. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I'm trying to join you on your journey into not only discovering your purpose, but activating your gifts and abilities in order to fulfill your God-given destiny on this earth. All right, guys, if you guys love this episode, make sure you tune in next time, because guess what? We will be back next week. and I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you so much and have a lovely one. Bye.